Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Now, I've been sitting back, patient, sitting back, just listening to the BS that the media continues to spew. Um, the hypocrisy of what everyone is trying to get at is, when talking about a player and saying they're great, I understand. But the hypocrisy is you guys have got to stop listening to these guys. Chris Brussels Sprouts, Nick Gonzo Wrong, Shannon Guzzler Not So Sharp, and Skip Baseless. These guys are are an agenda based people, especially Stephen Coon Smith. All of these guys they play on your emotions. They want your emotions to be all over the place. The disrespect of Kobe Bryant, even before his death, was very ludicrous. You got fans out here trying to put up, oh, well, Kareem had this and that over Kobe. He had all these MVPs and everything. Look, Kareem was a great player. But see, when you guys love to talk about players who played with a top 50 guy or 75 guy, you guys love to try to throw guys in there like, oh man, oh, this guy play with this guy play with that guy, and to try to minimize the greatness of a player. Kobe Bryant won a championship without a top 50 player or 75 player. He did. And it's sad that this guy who Nick Gonzo Wright has said that Shaq is rated better than is was better for the three-peat than Kobe. Kobe gets zero credit when it comes to Nick Gonzo Wright. And that's something that is just, to me, downright a travesty that you make this case to destroy Kobe Bryant, but yet you got him in your top six. And this is why I keep telling you people, the media is nothing but a narrative place. When Kevin Durant retires, you're going to have media people start to push him up there in the top tens and all of that so they can make a case for LeBron or Curry or all these guys. They're going to find ways to try to tear it down. Nobody talks about that it's a team game. There's no such thing as a greatest of all time. Everybody wants you to believe it is, but it's not. How is a player the greatest of all time in a team sport? Now, if you want to say a player was the greatest of his decade or if he was the greatest player at his position, then that's a different story. Like if you talk about Michael Jordan, if you say he was the greatest of the 90s or the greatest two guard ever, you can make that argument. But to say he's the greatest player ever, how? He couldn't out rebound Wilt, wasn't a better rebounder than Kareem. Um, Passing wise, I believe Wilt was just as I think Wilt was better than Mike at passing. I believe defensive wise, I believe he was better. So this is the thing. You can't compare two different positions because Michael wasn't a great player to guard anybody in the post. He was mostly a perimeter defender. You know, excuse me. So my thing is Nick Wright basically. Hold on. So we look at this, right? I'm gonna play this right here. Fair use at, fair use at.
Okay, he's awesome. Whatever sport it is, he's awesome. He's supposed to win. And I saw you were talking about it. Charles Barkley says 9 in his top 7. With respect to Charles, who's the funniest person on television, he's bordering on not being taken seriously anymore. I'm sorry. Like, you have Kobe and Duncan ahead of him. Can we agree that since LeBron took the Cavs to the finals in 07, he's been the best player in basketball?
Not even close.
That's a 9-year run. So when were Kobe and Duncan the best players in the league?
Kobe was, you could make an argument. Kobe was never the best player in the league.
And the only argument is, like, maybe from, like, if Shaq, when Jordan to Shaq, and if Shaq stopped being the best player in 04, then maybe Kobe and Duncan split 05 and 06. Maybe. That's the, and you're going to say LeBron, Kobe's better than LeBron? Here's what LeBron has on Kobe. Regular season and postseason. Averages more points, averages more rebounds, averages more assists.
So you see him saying all this stuff, averaging all this, averaging all that. So, let's see. Here's a fair use act. Now, this is Jim Jackson. This is where Jim Jackson basically came in. Jim Jackson was on the show or on TV doing the debate shows because he tells too much truth. Hold on, did you hear that? They didn't start giving Kareem his flowers until recently. And I'm going to tell you why they started giving Kareem his flowers. Go ahead, Jim Jackson.
Abdul-Jabbar was so polarizing that.
Did you hear that? Let me play that back a little bit.
When you talking about the greatest of all time, Kareem name is at the top of the list. Hold on, let me finish. Well, him as a person, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was so polarizing that when you talking about the greatest of all time,
so you heard what he was doing. Nick Wright was so flabbergasted he didn't know how to respond, so he pointed to the Game 7. The reason Kobe did not shoot the ball in Game 7 is because Phil Jackson wanted him to facilitate and move the ball to get guys the ball and run the triangle. Kobe said, all right, we're going to do it your way, Phil. And he did it. He was getting the ball to guys to shoot open shots. Guys were coming open. And guess what happened? They bricked. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the game. You guys didn't start hating on Kobe that game until Charles Barkley said something. Now, I'm going to play something else for you because I'm finna destroy all these narratives. So let's see. See if I can find it. See, I can't find it right now. Hold on. See if I can find it. Let's see. And he said this, after the finals, if I could find it. Let's see. Okay, I can't find it. But basically Kenny Smith said, "Shoot, you don't won two. Well, you gonna won one, and you're gonna win another one." And they're basically gonna say that you couldn't win without that you wouldn't be able to win without Powell, and he predicted it because this is how the media spins stuff. So I'm gonna show y'all Nick Wright again. That was Kenny's just so. So let's look at this. Now, Chris Broussard said that Kobe
Chevy Bolt EUV with available Super Cruise for hands-free driving. Find new answers. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
We're joined once again by Chris Broussard. Chris, where does Kobe rank all time?
Well, I don't. First of all, I don't have him as the greatest Laker. I got Magic as the greatest Laker. I have Kobe second. Although I think Kareem, who I rank third, is the best Laker ever to play for the Lakers. But he played in Milwaukee and all that stuff.
Wait, you have Kobe above Kareem and
as a Laker. Well, Shaq was only there 8 years. Kareem, half of his tenure or a lot of his tenure with the Lakers, he was older and past his prime, even though they were still winning championships. So, here's my rank all time with Kobe. So should I just read the guys I have?
Just read the guys. You ain't got to give no numerical order because I ain't doing numerical order.
You have to do numerical order.
Okay.
What are you talking about? I'll give the number at the end. Number 1. Michael Jordan.
Oh, shock!
I know you're gonna have a heart attack with my list. Number 2, LeBron James. Number 2, no question. Number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 4, Magic Johnson. Number 5, Wilt Chamberlain. Number 6, and this was tough, Shaq. And 7, Kobe. And the way I differentiated between.
So he had him there 7. Now, remember this list Chris Broussard said, right? Now, let's look at 3 weeks ago what Chris Broussard said.
Listen, y'all. Listen, I ain't really mad at Chris Broussard top 10 list. I ain't really mad at Chris Broussard top 10 list. I'm really not. Listen, he got Michael 1. He got LeBron 2. He got Kareem 3. He got.
Hold on, that ain't it. Now, Chris Broussard. Remember, he had Now, listen to this.
So guys, in this video, I'm actually going to be vlogging. It feels hella weird right now. I don't know if you can see this.
Let me see something.
Just carry that on generally.
Can you give me
Just carry that around all the time.
Nah, I carried it for today.
I'm here with Chris Broussard. He's the smoothest in the afternoon. He knows LeBron's the GOAT. He knows it. Kobe's in the top 10. Top 1. He's the top 1.
Top 20. Top 20.
Top 10, 12.
Let him know, Chris.
You just heard him, right? He said top 10 or 12, right? Didn't he say that? Did you just hear him say that? Now.
mistakes. We gotta get better. We gotta get better.
Let me see if I can get them.
Things first. What's up, guys?
How are you?
How you guys doing?
Good, very good.
I got a question. Who do you think is the greatest boxer of all time?
I would have to say Muhammad Ali.
Alright, so you say Muhammad Ali, right? How come you don't say Floyd Mayweather?
Because you asked me.
I know, alright, so Floyd is undefeated, right?
Yeah, so you just asked
You
me
say-
a question. So you just asked me a question. You didn't want to hear what I had to say.
No.
So you just asked me a
You say-
question, so I'd have to hear your opinion.
No.
Let me see.
Actually promote health and bodybuilding. I just started. It's called Halal Games. Check it out. Please do. Only like 400 subscribers. Check it out. Shout me out tomorrow morning. That we won't do. Thank you. Let us be. Let's hand out some more of these sandwiches, bro. Chris, you can just bring up Floyd Mayweather guy. Halal Games. Floyd Mayweather guy. Yo, who else wants some food? How old are you, man? You're eating turkey. No, I haven't. I was gonna bring up a take about undefeated and.
Let's see. Now,
Probably saying he's the GOAT because one, he was great, obviously, and also he was great off the not the field, out of the ring.
so that's what I'm saying. Remember, he just said 10 or 12. Chris Broussard just did a list 2 weeks ago saying that Kobe is in his top 6. That's why I'm telling you, they do this stuff to sell you guys dreams, to keep you guys pissed off, to keep you guys riled up. Everybody know damn well that he's great. Everybody know Kobe's great. Everybody knows that. Kobe is to me the best ever to play the game. You know, so that's the thing. These guys love to come up with narratives. You know, and they love to. Just not too long ago, you know, Chris Broussard was saying, oh, well, Tim Duncan, he got Tim Duncan over Kobe. Which, in my opinion, shouldn't happen. But some people might have that. Because they'll be like, well, Tim Duncan never not been in the playoffs. Well, Tim Duncan's had better teams than Kobe. If you want to argue that, we can. You know, everybody was slandering. Nick Wright slandered Kobe all the time. But he has Kobe in his top 6. Why is that? Propaganda? Is it propaganda? So everybody wants to disrespect Kobe, right? But the propaganda. So they got on ESPN, they've had Kobe ranked from 10 to 12. And you got dumb fans who said he's 10 and 12, which are idiots. And Kobe is the greatest Laker. So stop it. I know you guys love Magic, but Magic couldn't score or shoot like this kid could. Or defend like this kid. So stop it. So that's just what I wanted to tell you guys. You know, then you got him saying, well, LeBron intends to carry on Kobe Bryant's legacy. Why he can't carry his legacy? Because he doesn't have one. They do so much to tear people down. They do so much to tear everybody down. They do. You know, and it's just disrespectful. You had Chris Broussard tearing Kobe down to make a point of Steph Curry, and he fell short of that. Fell short of that. So this just goes to show you that the media comes up with everything. And then when Kobe died, everybody wanted to cry about it. For what? Why y'all lying? So that's the thing. And people get mad when you tell truth or you tell facts. And it's the truth. They diss all these players to make players better. When I talk about Kobe, I can talk about Kobe without dissing anybody else. My top 5, well, my top 10 is Kobe, Hakeem Olajuwon, Dennis Rodman, Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and I have Bill Russell at my number 10. That's my 10. All those guys impacted what they did on the floor. They did. And for people not to give those guys their respect, it's like, wow. You know, it's just a travesty. But that's all I got. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Make sure you like and you comment on the video. You know, you guys make sure you subscribe. You hit that notification bell. You know, that'll let you get all them notifications if you can. And if you guys love what you hear, you guys have 4 options to donate. You guys can go to the description box. That link is to my Cash App. There's a Cash App link there. You guys can go there. Or you guys, when we have a live or premiere video, you guys can super chat. And then even if you don't decide to do those 3 things, you guys can, of course, leave a super thanks. So, thank you guys, man, for listening. Love and blessings. We out. Deezy.